I'm out here fiddling with the van today, and as you can see, I have this roll of shiny stuff. Well, what this is duct insulation. It's adhesive. It's foam with a metal back, and like I said, like the package said, it's self-adhesive. And what I'm going to use this for is I'm going to see how well this does as far as soundproofing goes in the van. Now, the van is pretty noisy on the barn doors and the rear back doors because they're pretty much hollow. There's nothing in them. So I had thought about actually using some Dynamat, or buying some Dynamat and doing it the right way. But when the guy at the audio store gave me a quote on enough Dynamat for the van, it came up to almost $550. And I was like, no thanks. So I started poking around trying to find something else that might work. So there's some stuff. It's a waterproof metal backed self-adhesive tape. It's got something like an asphalt base or stuff like that, and it has a little bit of a stink to it, not a whole lot, but I really wasn't keen on using that stuff for a simple fact. I have a couple of friends and family members that are very sensitive to smell. So I found this stuff. It's a foam back self-adhesive foil and foam from Frost King. Now this whole package here, let me see if I can't find out how many square feet. It's 12 inches wide, 1/8 inch thick, 15 feet long. And that whole roll is like 19 bucks. And it kind of reminds me like that peel and stick stuff for the roof. And that's the roll. And as you can see, it's got a little bit of weight to it. Sure, it's not going to do as well as Dynamat, but I'm suspecting it'll do something. So this is more of a test. Also, for a lot of the van people out there that like to insulate their vans, I thought this was kind of neat because this actually has an R value of 3. Dynamat doesn't give you an R value, so I guess that's kind of a plus. So I was going to install this on the door and show you guys, and then take it out for a ride and see if I can tell a difference. Okay, this is to show you how to remove the barn door interior door panel of a Chevy Express. This Chevy Express is a 2008 model. Now, I've already got the panel off, but I want to show you guys what you'll have to do to get the panel loose from the door. You're going to have several clips that look like this that are mounted inside your door panel. Now I'm showing you this that way you know where to pull. You've got 3 on this quarter. You've got one right here that popped out, one here, one there, and then along the door you have this and this, and one over here and one over here. Now what those do is they actually push into these clips right here that are around the window. Now if it's a solid panel van with no windows, I'm not really sure how it will be. I'm guessing it's going to be somewhat the same. So that gives you an idea where you need to pull. So let me take you to the very first step you need to do in order to get that panel off. Now I loosely have the door panel back on. This is mainly just to show you all what you have to do. Okay, first thing is, see this little panel here. This has to be popped off. So you just take a screwdriver and you're real careful and you get behind it and it will pop out. And it's hard to do with one hand, but as you can see, this little panel here will come out just like so. Okay, now it's going to reveal 2 screws. You've got one here and there's one down here. You take those screws out and this whole panel pops off. Then you can pull the door panel in the areas that I showed you and come down here, and then the panel will pop off. As you can see, this door panel doesn't have anything in it. The only sound deadening was on the interior panel itself, that fabric, which we all know doesn't really work worth a damn. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a few sections of this and stick it to the inside of the door, but first I'm going to clean it really well. And while you got the panel off, see all this dirt and funk? Clean that up, because what this is, if you have any water build up inside the door, it will leak out all these holes. It also allows air to circulate inside the door and helps prevent rust. So you always want to make sure these are clean and obstruction free. Okay, so I've got the lower section of this door here done, and see if you can't tell the difference. Here's top and bottom. I can tell the difference. So there's definitely a difference. So maybe I'll get good results down the road. Maybe it will drown out some of that road noise. Okay, got both doors done, and let's do the shut test. See if it sounds tinny like it used to. Yeah, that was weak. Man, that's a lot more solid sounding. Damn. A definite improvement for 20 bucks. Can't beat it. So, hey, I'm going to call this successful. So I'm going to take it out and drive it and see if there's a road noise difference. Well, I'm out riding in the van after I put that insulation in the doors. Now that one roll was enough to do both the barn doors on the side and one full door on the back, and I had about a 12 by 12 inch square left over that I put in the right rear door, but I didn't have enough. Now I will say one thing, that material does take the tinniness, I guess that's a word, you know, the echo, the empty metal shell sound out of the doors, and it makes the doors sound a lot more solid, kind of like a German car door. Now it's not as great as Dynamat by no means, but for 20 bucks you definitely get what you pay for. I mean, it's a good product so far from what I've seen. I do think it's got a little bit quieter in the van driving it, and I've had it up to 55, and it does sound like it's got a little bit quieter in here. The road noise is toned down quite a bit. Now I'm still getting some road noise from the fender wells here in the back, and the two doors, the driver and the passenger door, I didn't have enough to do those because I was mainly worried about the barn door and the rear doors. And I'll have to say that it does make a considerable difference. So tomorrow I'm gonna pick up another roll for 20 bucks and do the left and right door. So if nothing else, I spent $40 and insulated all of my doors. So I guess it's pretty much a win-win. It's worth a shot anyways, but I really do think that stuff made a difference as far as the tinny sound that you get out of the doors. So anyways, boys and girls, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and I will holler at you guys later. See ya. And let's do the shut test. See if it sounds tinny like it used to. Yeah, that was weak.